Alright y'all, welcome back to the channel, Chili 1911. So what I've got here is a vintage Schrade old timer 125 OT. It's a large folder in a hunter style pattern. So I was going to do a video on this, and I've had this knife in a drawer for a few years, and when I went to open the sheath on it and take it out, I got a bit of a surprise. Now, I've heard of this happening. Some knives are worse than others. My actual case hunter double blade, it's never did it. It's in a leather sheath. But I'm going to show you what I found here. You can kind of see around this button. See that green tarnish growing on there, I guess you'd say it is. Now watch this. That's what I found. It's pretty bad. So I don't know if you saw the other video yet. I just did a clean up and polish on an old Johnson Century fishing reel. If you haven't watched that video, go check it out. So I have this Eagle 1 Nevr-Dull already out. So I'm going to see if it can help this knife. It's the only thing I really have to kind of clean it and polish it up. And I've got a little experiment I'm going to try towards the end of the video. The sheath itself, it's got some green stuff on it. I've got a toothbrush there I use to clean stuff with. I'm going to try to clean a little bit of that out off the leather. I may go back through and put some minkle or something on that leather. I don't know if that'd help anything or not. So I'm just going to get right into it with this Eagle 1. We'll find out if it'll help or not. You've probably seen some of my other videos on this stuff. It's just an all metal polish. It's really made for like cleaning your car rims and stuff, but it works pretty well on other things. So I'm going to try it out, see if it can help this old knife. I mean, that stuff's really just growing on there. It's something to do with the leather. I'm not sure exactly what, but oh wow. Look at that. So, I'm not in any way affiliated with Eagle 1, but just happened to be what I have on hand. I actually bought that can of stuff originally to clean an old brass belt buckle, and I've just been using it for other things, and it works, as you can tell, extremely well. See the back on those brass liners. On the brass pins, that one's not so bad, but you see that one, it's turned green as well. The bolsters were real bad, turned green. Now this, on your scales or handles, whatever you want to call them, on this particular knife, that's probably like a Delrin, I believe is what they call it. It's kind of like a rosin or plastic type material. I don't know if it's going to hurt anything, Probably not, but just use it at your own discretion. I don't really care because you can see it's taking that green tarnish right off of this knife. Sorry about the camera. It didn't really get the blade. I think it's more of something to do with that brass. You know, brass is bad about turning green anyway. I mentioned that in my Zippo video using this stuff. I'm sure this is old carbon steel blade. I'm gonna do a video for this knife on its own, but like I said, there you go. I went to open it up, take it out of the sheath, took it out of that drawer, and sure enough, it was ate up with tarnish. I mean, y'all, that was in real time of me opening that knife up out of the sheath with y'all. So that stuff leaves a residue. All I'll do is take a microfiber. You could use a napkin or something. Just wipe the excess off. Give you a little sneak peek while I'm cleaning here. I like the old stuff. I've told y'all that. You probably kind of caught on to that. I like old vintage knives, lighters, fishing reels, guns, stuff like that. Old style. Like I said, we'll do a more in-depth overview on this knife. But look right there. See where it says press? That is a liner lock knife. Now this knife probably dates, I would imagine this particular one, probably to the late 70s, mid 80s, I would imagine. That's not a new concept on a liner lock. You think of you know, the new style knives having a liner lock, and you press it to release the lock on the blade. Well, right here's a vintage old timer charade. That's a real one. That's not a Chinese copy. Charade USA 125 OT. But there you have it. Proof in the pudding. Like I said, I'm not sponsored or anything by Eagle One. They're not telling me to tell y'all this stuff. It just happens to be what I have on hand, and it's working wonders for me, at least. They don't even know who I am, but figured I'd show y'all that real quick and take y'all along with me. One other thing, I'm gonna take this toothbrush here, like I was talking about. Just try to clean the leather up just a little bit. I don't know how well that's gonna really work. I'm not too awful concerned about the leather. Like I said, I think I said that I might put some mink oil or something on it. I don't know if that would actually help anything. I don't know if the mink oil in the leather would affect your knife. So I'm not recommending you do it. It's just something I'm saying that I may try. But I tell you what I am gonna do is a little bit of an experiment. All I have here is just a Ziploc bag. It's one of those small ones, like a snack size. I'm gonna drop this charade in it. I'm just going to put that knife down in there inside of that sheath, and maybe that will protect it. I'll tell you actually what I'll do is take some gun oil, something like this, and I may put a thin layer of oil on that knife, the whole thing, and then put it back in the Ziploc, put it down in the sheath, because I don't carry that one very often, and I don't want to be surprised like that again in a couple years when I pull it out. So anyway, appreciate y'all watching. Chili 1911 out.